As a student accessing the Bitstrips for Schools website, they should begin with the home page and select the Login tab up at the top of the right-hand screen. Upon clicking it, they'll be directed towards a page that looks like this, and they'll be prompted to enter in their class code, and hitting enter, they will have to choose their name from the list of students provided. If it's a student's first time visiting the website, they'll be prompted to set their password, choosing whatever they like, entering it in, and clicking Set Password. This will now show up in your teacher registration under the Student tab. As a student, they have the option of completing the assigned activities or creating their own comic made from scratch. This is done by simply clicking the Make a Comic tab located here. Students will be directed towards a page that looks like this, where they can begin to decide the layout of their comic, how many panels they want, what type of scenes they want, the characters, the props, the furniture, and all the animations that they would add into a comic. The best way to figure out how to use the Bitstrips for Schools program is actually logging on to an account and playing around with it, figuring out how the controls work and how a comic is put together. But the basics of building a comic all happen in this control panel here. I find that it's best to start with the layout, and in this section you can choose how many panels you want. So you can either highlight the number that you want by clicking and entering the number, and it will automatically change for you, or using the preset numbers here by simply clicking on it. Once you decide how many panels you want in your comic, you're now able to get into the fun part of building your comic, and that can be done by clicking the Art Library tab right here. I always like to start with creating a scene so the students know where their comic is taking place, the setting, and they can progress from there. To add an animation to your panel down here, all you need to do is simply click and drag the appropriate image. This will load it into a panel, and then you have the option of clicking and dragging it to set it into place as you like it. The controls are the exact same for getting a character into your scene. You can scroll through the pages to choose which character you'd like to put into your scene, but once you've selected the appropriate animation, click and drag it into the appropriate panel. The control panel down here is responsible for moving objects or making them different sizes, so simply click the control you wish to use and manipulate the character how you wish. One thing you need to remind your students is if they wish to manipulate a scene or a character or a prop, they need to make sure that the thing they wish to move is highlighted in blue, and that is done by simply clicking on the animation. The next step in creating your comic is to add the text bubbles. This can be done by clicking the text bubble tabs located at the top of your screen in yellow. Click upon it and you will see your control panel change to the different types of text bubbles you can add. Again, it's as simple as clicking the one you choose and dragging it into the panel. By clicking on the cross or X down here, you can stretch the bottom of the speech bubble to link it to a character's mouth. The font works exactly like a Word document. Highlight the text you wish to remove, click delete on your keyboard, and enter in the appropriate texts. The font size and style can be changed using the control panel located up here. Finally, by clicking the Controls tab up here in yellow, you are able to change the position of the characters within your comic. To do this, ensure that you have the moving control, which is the cross down here in the control panel, highlighted, and click on whichever character you wish to move. Then, as the creator, you need to decide which positions you would like your character within your comic to be in. This can be done by using the control panel up here. Once clicking a position, your character will move to imitate that appropriate position. Now you should take some time, play with the different controls, try out everything up at the top, the different props, scenes, effects, that are available to you within this program, and try and generate a comic of your own.